Imagine two companies both report exactly 20% revenue growth. At first, they look equally strong, but Company A grew because more customers started buying its products. Company B grew because it purchased another business and added that company's revenue to its own. On paper, both companies grew by 20%, but underneath that number, they may be two completely different businesses. That is why simply seeing a high revenue growth percentage isn't enough. You need to understand whether that growth is strong, consistent, and coming from the actual business. In the previous video, we discussed 3 numbers you should check before buying a stock: revenue growth, free cash flow, and debt to equity. Today, we're taking a closer look at the first one, revenue growth. I'll show you how to calculate it, what different growth rates generally mean, and the 3 questions you should ask before deciding whether that growth is actually good. Revenue is the total amount of money a company generates from selling its products or services before subtracting its expenses. For example, imagine a company sells 1 million products for $10 each. 1 million multiplied by $10 gives the company $10 million in revenue. But remember, revenue is not the same as profit. If that company spent $9 million producing, marketing, and delivering those products, it would only have $1 million left before accounting for other expenses. Revenue tells us how much money is entering the business through sales. It doesn't tell us how much the company ultimately keeps. Now imagine the company generated $10 billion in revenue last year and $12 billion this year. First, subtract the old revenue from the new revenue. 12 billion minus 10 billion equals 2 billion. Next, divide that $2 billion increase by the original $10 billion. That gives us 0.20. Multiply it by 100, and we get 20%. So, the company's revenue grew by 20%. The formula may look complicated at first, but you're really asking a simple question. How much did revenue increase compared with where it started? So, what growth rate should you look for? As a simple starting point, negative growth means the company's revenue is declining. Growth between 0 and 5% is generally slow. Between 5% and 10% can be considered moderate. Between 10% and 20% is usually strong. And growth above 20% is high, but high growth isn't automatically sustainable. These ranges are guidelines, not universal rules. A large, established company growing by 8% might be performing well, but investors may expect a smaller growth company to grow much faster. That is why you should compare a company with its previous results and with other businesses in the same industry. Once you have the percentage, put it through these 3 tests. The first test is direction. Consider Company A. Its revenue growth over 4 years was 8%, 11%, 14%, and then 17%. Its growth is accelerating. Each year, revenue is growing faster than before. Now consider Company B. Its growth was 30%, then 22%, then 14%, and finally, 6%. Company B is still growing. Its revenue hasn't started declining, but its growth rate has fallen from 30% to only 6%. A beginner might look at the latest result and think, revenue increased, so everything is fine. But an experienced investor will notice that the company's momentum has been weakening for several years. Never look only at whether growth is positive. Ask whether it is accelerating or slowing. The second test is consistency. Imagine Company A reports growth of 12%, 14%, 11%, and 13%. The numbers aren't identical, but the company has maintained a relatively stable growth rate. Now look at Company B. Its results are 25%, 18%, 6%, and -3%. Company B began with much faster growth, but that growth continued weakening until its revenue finally declined. This is why one impressive year can be misleading. Look at least 3 to 5 years of annual revenue when possible. When examining quarterly results, compare a quarter with the same quarter from the previous year. Comparing the fourth quarter directly with the third quarter can be misleading because some businesses naturally sell more during particular seasons. Consistency doesn't mean revenue must grow at exactly the same rate every year. It means the overall trend should make sense and shouldn't depend on one unusually strong period. The third test is the source of the growth. A company can increase revenue by attracting more customers, selling more products, raising prices, entering a new market, or acquiring another business. These sources don't all tell us the same thing. Suppose Company A increases revenue from $10 billion to $12 billion because demand for its products rises. Company B also increases revenue from $10 billion to $12 billion, but it acquired another business that was already producing $2 billion in annual revenue. Both companies report 20% growth. However, Company B's original operations may not have grown at all. Acquisitions aren't automatically bad. They can help a company expand into new products and markets. But investors should know whether growth is coming from the existing business or simply from purchasing additional revenue. The same caution applies to price increases. If revenue rises because prices went up while the company lost customers, that growth may be more difficult to maintain. Here is a simple way to classify what you find. A company receives a strong result when revenue growth is positive, relatively consistent, and supported by the existing business. It receives a watch result when revenue is still growing, but the growth rate is slowing or depends heavily on price increases. And it receives a warning result when revenue declines repeatedly or the company can only produce growth through continuous acquisitions. This isn't an automatic buy or sell system. A strong result means the company deserves further investigation. A watch result means you need to understand what is changing. And a warning result tells you not to ignore the risk. Before buying a stock, open the company's annual income statement and write down at least 4 years of revenue. Then ask, how fast is revenue growing? Is the growth accelerating or slowing? Has it remained reasonably consistent? Is the growth coming from the existing business? And how does it compare with similar companies? If you can answer those 5 questions, you'll understand much more than someone who only looks at the latest percentage. But strong revenue growth doesn't guarantee that a company is generating real cash. A business can increase its sales every year while spending more and more money to produce that growth. That is why the next number we need to examine is free cash flow. In the next video, I'll show you what free cash flow means, how to calculate it, and how to recognize when a growing company may actually be running out of cash.